in your project. If you have frame, this one is a beam, and this one is a column. So you have a connection in between, something like this. Maybe this one, your column is extended up, and your beam looks like this. So this connection will be beam connected to your column. But this one, only I connected between the column and the web of your beam. That means this connection only for shear. Remember, if you are trying to connect flanges of your beam, you are talking about moment. If you are trying to connect your web only, you are talking about shear. But most of the time, shear only or moment and shear at the same time. So this connection consists of your beam, your column, and what's this? Angle. Angle, not plate. Angle. We have angle. Maybe we have another angle on the other side. You can choose if you have only one single angle or another angle on the other side. And then we have balls between this leg and your beam. We have another balls between this leg and your column. You did your connection. Let's see this one on the software. Go ahead and push new. What is the type? You are talking about moment or shear? I'm talking about shear. What is the type? It's beam to column connection.
Click.
Yeah, just click. You have many different shapes. You can select any one of them or you can watch. I will select the first one. Let's try the first one. Here you go. And also remember, all of your connection is still here. The first connection, the second connection, the third connection, because your file is called project. And these connections are connections in your project. Okay? So, what do you see here? We have one side is welded and one side is bolted. You can figure it out like this. Connection category. Column. Connection is bolted. Beam. Connection is welded. You can change. For welded, maybe bolted also. Both of them are bolted. Or both of them are welded. Like this and like this. Okay? Every single change will tell you if your connection is failed or fixed. You got it? You can imagine it will save more time. I don't care about the software, but I would like to understand how can I connect beam to column. Just only double angle at the end. One leg will be connected to the beam and the other leg will connected to the column. And you can figure out the different shape of your connection. Loading, what is the shear force? What is the column force, the axial force in your column? All of this stuff related to this connection. And also, component, what is the column cross section? What is the beam cross section? What is the angle? Your angle. You can choose what is the shape or what is the size of your angle. If you choose this one, you can select what is the size of your angle. You got it?
Yes.
So, as you see here, sometimes these options are not available because your software is demo version. So not everything is available. Okay, let's keep going. I have a question. If you would like to make this connection to support moment, what should I do?
Who is
I need to connect between this flange and this column, and this flange and this column beside this connection. That's right? Let's see. I will add something called head plate. Your head plate will be welded to the front of your beam. That's right? And this head plate will be connected to the flange of your column by bolts, 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 and bolts. So if you try to think about this connection, hey, we have connection between web and your column by this welding. We have connection between flange and your column by this welding. And then your blade, your head blade, is connected to your column.
What's the main purpose of the head plate? Couldn't you just weld it directly to the column?
The main purpose for everything, you need to understand something. How can I construct this connection in the site? I will use crane, will hold your beam up. But your beam, before holding it up, I need to weld the head blade on the ground. Then hold your beam up until the required level for the column, put your beam in the accurate position, and then put your bolts for the head plate to the column. You got it?
Yeah.
I cannot do everything in the air. I need to do something first, then use your crane and the accurate position in few minutes, build your connection.
Yeah.
You got it? So most of the time for steel construction, we need fast erection. Okay?
So could you have two angle plates at the top of the
Maybe we can add. We have different type. I will show you. New moment beam to column. We have different type. We have many different type. Let's see one of them. Maybe like this one. It's different. We don't have head plate, but we have a upper plate, lower plate, connected by bolts, then welded to the column. And this one, we have only one plate, bolted to your beam and welded to your column. It's different. And also, we have many other, like this one, like we did. Maybe this one. Your head plate just at the top and the bottom of your beam.
So you have different variations of how you can make the connection, right?
Yeah. All of them will do the same. Maybe we don't have the head plate. You will do direct connection between your flange and your column. But at this time, you need to hold your beam at the accurate position until you finish your welding. It's up to you and based on what is the availability in your site.
Just hold the beam up like that?
Yeah,
that will amateur speed.
I'll probably have to
if you have column to column connection. I have question. What do you think about this connection? Do you think this connection between this column, these two parts of column, will support shear or shear and moment?
Only shear.
Only shear, yes. You are supporting web and web by this plate. We don't have any connection between flange and the flange and the flange and the flange. That's right. If you would like to make it to support shear and moment, we need another blades. One on this side and the other on the other side to support flange and the flange and the flange and the flange. Beside your shear splice. This one, what do you think about this connection? Foundation. You have a column and your column is supported by fixed maybe or by hinged maybe. So we have something called column base plate connection. So your column will be welded to plate, and this plate will be supported by bolts to reinforced concrete footing to the ground. Sometimes in your project, if you remember, if this is your elevation, the first panel, we have something called, anybody remember what is the name of this one? Vertical bracing, that's right. So at this location, we have a column with your base, and what is that? So maybe we have something like this. Your column supported by footing, and at this location, we have another bracing. Your bracing maybe double angle, channel, any cross section. You can figure it out. You can choose. In this case, it's double angle, connected by plate, and this plate welded to your column. You can change everything. You can change how many bolts. You can change the thickness of your plate. What is the weld? What's the size of your weld? Everything. And what is the reaction on this column? All of this stuff, you can watch it here. And you can watch, is it pass or fail based on your selection. At the end, you can, from report, you can open it and see what are the calculations, what are the required strengths, what are the available strengths, and what is the ratio in between. Any question? So, for connection in your truss, you can do it manually. You can do it with your hand. It's very easy. Number of bolts and do your check. But if you have more complicated connection like this, go ahead and download the demo version of RISA connection and use it. Try to use it. And the main purpose of this one also to understand how can I connect a column to reinforced concrete footing. How can I connect between column and another column, between beam and another beam? This isometric is very important to understand. I will expect your names by the end of the day, okay? And once you did, hey, these groups, I will say these groups will take project number 1, project number 2, project number 3, and number 4.
Hey, no.
Let's pick up
You just do rubber.
Thank you.
You go check the students here?
needle?
Yeah, we did.
Was that for this lesson?
That's what you guys from Marvin show.
What had?
And that's
Just us four, you know?
You can, it has to, one group has to.
I still have to do like the last one.
I feel like it's a little racist.
Man, which one number Mexicans
We got no, like.
So I have a group